Hi, my name is Danny Lynch. I'm here with Optimized Training Labs, which is a personal coaching solution for triathlons. It provides custom training plans for busy athletes. Our technology grew out of the need for Ryan, who's one of the founders, to prioritize his workouts around his work and school schedule when he decided to go back to school and pursue a PhD while still keeping his full-time job. So the training system we developed is based on a complex mathematical optimization model. It takes into account the constraints imposed by your day-to-day schedule, your ability level, as well as the date and the distance of the triathlon you're competing in. So as far as Ryan's results went, they speak for themselves. Even though he trained less than half the time he had in the previous seasons, he went from being ranked in the middle of his age group in 2010 to being ranked #1 in the entire South Midwest region in 2011. So typically, personal trainers charge about $100 for their services per month for this type of service. We're planning to offer our service for less than they charge, but still provide superior results compared to them. A report put out by Outdoor Foundation showed that there were 1 million triathletes in the United States alone, and so the potential market here is pretty humongous. We currently have a patent pending on our scheduling technology, and we're in a beta testing phase. We're looking to be out of beta testing by the end of Q1 and have revenue by then as well. We're looking to get about $250,000 in funding to help ramp up our marketing and sales effort, as well as to fund development to expand our market into pure swimming, biking, and marathon events. Thank you for your time.
Following the models of Amazon Books and Pandora Music, U-Build will tap into the existing marketing streams within the $76 billion home building industry. U-Build creates a web-based interface that allows buyers, builders, and suppliers to interact. These interactions represent thousands of market opportunities for the suppliers, and there are existing marketing dollars within the supplier's budget representing about $1 billion annually. Version 1 of U-Build will tap into this and gain this through its referral capabilities.
We take the casual fan and create a fan that's really focused on the game. We take a fan that's really focused on the game and turn them into a rabid fan. The marketplace that we have right now is 21.3 million fans in North America alone, not including Europe and the rest of the world. This technology we have designed and developed was with the National Hockey League. We actually co-developed this with 8 National Hockey League teams. Right now, we've been using this software in 7 American Hockey League teams for the past season and a half. Beauty about this is that we can reuse this code as well. So we are looking at porting this over to NASCAR, over to cricket, professional cricket, over to college basketball, and maybe college football as well.
My company is Sage. At Sage, we are developing products that use augmented reality to show you how to use everyday devices that you see in the world around you. As an example, imagine that you've just received a brand new unboxed voice over IP phone at your desk. And all you want to do is check your voicemail for the very first time. You shouldn't have to go searching for a user manual, or even worse, go hunting down your IT person. With our products, you would simply point the camera of your mobile phone at the device that's right before you, and you would immediately see the top 3 features of that device. You would then be taken through step-by-step instructions on how to complete the task at hand. We intend to displace user manuals and help desks as the primary source of information on how to use devices that you see in the world around you. In fact, our initial product offering could be classified as the first augmented reality mobile help desk application in the $1.2 billion IT service desk market. The 2010 Gartner Magic Quadrant for the IT service desk market reports a lack of visionaries in this space, which represents a tremendous opportunity to disrupt the space. This also suggests the potential for acquisition by market leaders such as BMC Software or CA Technologies.
Mobile and web-based application that provides location-based, affordable, and on-demand personal training for users. It provides personal trainers the ability to fill their empty slots at a price of their choosing. This is targeted toward active or aspiring active people who traditionally couldn't afford and or schedule personal training, who need instant, local, on-demand training at an affordable price. It's also targeted trainers who want to grow their user base and fill their cancellations. Unlike effective individual workouts, and unlike expensive and restrictive contract-based personal training. For today's busy working adults, Balancing a social calendar and professional calendar and finding time for a workout is challenging. Additionally, when time is available, users need the most personal, effective personal training to maximize their time.
You take out your phone and you open the Minutes Worth app on your iPad, iPhone, or your computer desktop, and you watch a 1-minute comedy video, live action video. It's kind of like a video comic strip that's going to show on your iPhone. It'll come out every day, 5 days a week. It'll have repeatable, recognizable, funny, likable characters. And they'll talk about everyday foibles of everyday life. Be kind of like a cross between, say, Seinfeld and the comic strip Zits. And so our business is to be able to try to create smiles, and people like to share smiles. So we have a website and Facebook and Twitter presence that build community, so it'll also help build our audience. My partner and I have 60 years between us in production of video and film, and you can see the benefit of that experience in the pilot episodes that we will debut in January. We have 130 scripts ready to go to shoot. That'll give us a year's worth of phone casting, so to speak, to the Apple mobile market. And by the way, that market has expanded by 253% in the last 2 years. 40% of those folks have incomes of over $100,000, and the half of that market that we're looking for are over 35.
About 3 years ago, we used our extensive development experience to create Kernel. And Kernel is a website build automation tool. It scratched our own itch to quickly create high-quality code that we could use to deliver websites and web applications to our clients. So we've used it now for close to 30 projects, and it's been generating revenue for us for 2 years for clients including Boy Scouts of America and Junior Achievement. So Kernel is web-based software, and what it does is it automates custom web development in the same way that Ford automated basically the auto industry. Its configuration capability gives it a build-to-order aspect that you can't find in competitors like WordPress or Drupal or Joomla. So when you configure and run Kernel, the output of that is a website that's basically ready to accept content. But there's also an application framework integrated in it so that if you want to do further customization, you can. So the structures it creates are mobile friendly, they're accessible, and they're consistent across different browsers and platforms. The development costs are significantly reduced for a custom application, and the quality code is extremely high.
So I'm just going to switch gears and talk about a different industry. It's the chip industry. These are the computer chips that are the brain of every electronic device that we have today. So this industry is a $300 billion industry, which has a fundamental problem that most of these chips are designed based on intuition rather than analysis. So to put things in perspective, think of how a building is designed. A building architect would take these and build cardboard models and use them to show to their clients and get feedback before they start construction. Similarly, a chip architect wants to build a software tool, a simulator for their chip, and get feedback from software early on before they spend millions of dollars constructing the chip. However, a majority of these architects, I myself included, do not get the opportunity to have a thorough analysis because these tools are expensive to build and they require a lot of resources.
For a healthy, pesticide-free, locally grown food source, a demand that has grown from a $27 billion industry to a $52 billion industry worldwide in just the past 2 years. Our technologies allow us to grow between 200 and 250,000 plants in just 1 acre, as opposed to the 15 to 20 acres required by traditional soil farming. We use 800 to 900% less water, and because we take a small footprint, we can locate in urban areas where market demand is high, transportation costs are low. When we merge solar and wind produced electricity with power production, we create an agriculture that is renewable and sustainable for our future. Suntex has initially targeted distributors supplying the multi-million-dollar food service industry. Our 1 acre facility should be able to generate between $2.5 to $3 million in gross revenues, with net profits of $550,000 up to $900,000, depending on the crops that we grow. We have customers lined up, ready and willing to buy from us. So Suntex is a startup company with a sound legal foundation, a good business plan, land, and a valid market. It's backed up by a team with over 60 years of domain experience in controlled environment agriculture, and it's complemented with over 30 years of business operations experience. Suntex is seeking an initial investment of $2 million for capital build-out and 2 years of operating expenses. We plan to bootstrap further growth and development of our technologies and securing our IPs.
I represent Mr. Dog Solution Systems. We are developing a point-of-sale app which runs on archives. Our solution will support the usual features such as tracking orders, printing receipts, and maintaining order history. However, our solution is different in that we are building it from the ground up to support customers to directly use the app to place orders. And this will help businesses to eliminate the use of a separate cashier and save a lot of money that way. Another feature that we are going to support is we are going to have wireless transmission of orders to another iOS device. So for example, in a food cart, you could imagine that a customer comes up and just places an order, and the order shows up in the kitchen. So all of this is going to lead to a lot of savings for the business, and we expect them to be really interested in this. So the current solutions that are out there cost about $50 a month. We plan to charge about the same amount.